talk about something subtle, something that can be hard to name when you're in the middle of it. But it's one of the clearest threads in narcissistic abuse. Control, that sounds like concern. There's a lot of variety in how narcissists operate. Some are loud and grandiose, some are quiet and calculating. But if you peel back the layers, at the heart of it all is the same driving force. It's control. Control over your choices, control over how you see yourself, control over who you trust, what you do, and even what you believe in your own experiences. And here's what makes it so tough to spot. Control is often disguised as concern. For example, they might say, I'm just worried about you. I only want what's best for you. I'm protecting you from mistakes that you might regret later. It's framed as care, but if you look closely enough, it's not supporting you. It's about limiting you, about making your doubt your basic instinct, about chipping away at your freedom. In Annie's marriage, this showed up in so many different ways. One of the more subtle ways was what her husband did to her and her driving her car. She used to enjoy the freedom of getting in her car and going wherever she wanted, as most people do. But gradually, that freedom began to shrink. At first, her husband's concerns sounded quite reasonable, like, I need to check the brakes on your car. I need to take it in, so don't go there today. Or the battery might be low. I'm going to check it out for you when I get home from work, so better stay put today. It was inconvenient, but it did sound like care. Then it became, oh, I don't think you should take that highway today. There are reports of so many accidents. It's too dangerous. Or, oh, that time of day, a lot of traffic, too congested. And how about I take you? I mean, they might say, I just don't know what I would do if something happened to you. And it wasn't long before Annie noticed that she was driving less and less, not because she couldn't, but because she had started to feel anxious when she did drive. And then her husband, subtly, he might criticize the way that she parked the car. Somebody might clip you right there, or the way she pulled the car into the garage. It's a tight space. I better do that for you. Before she knew it, she was not driving at all or barely at all. What seemed like something to protect her had slowly stolen her confidence. And it happened in other ways, too. Once for Bella's birthday, Annie had baked a cake, something she was really proud of because she did it from scratch. It was so beautiful. And so after dinner, she comes out and presents the cake with a candle on it for Bella to blow out. And Santino, he looked at it and said, oh, wow, that was really nice that you went to all that trouble. Too bad we can't eat it. And he's like, well, what are you talking about? And he said, oh, it's got all that sugar in it. And sugar is so bad for you. I'm just looking out for everybody's health here, because I know between what you put in the cake and the icing on top of it, no, there'll be no eating cake tonight. Let Bella blow out the candle, but, just not something we can eat. And just like that, this joyful moment was turned into something else entirely. Annie I mean, she wasn't just left embarrassed. I mean, she was just entirely dismissed. And the message that she took away from that, it was loud and clear. Her decisions couldn't be trusted, even down to baking a birthday cake. It would show up in all kinds of bizarre ways during the day. In Annie's home, she wasn't allowed to use a dishwasher. I mean, it wasn't, totally unreasonable in that Santino had said it takes up a lot of electricity. And besides, you can do a better job more quickly. But then it got to the point that he didn't want her to use the dryer either. He put up a clothesline in their backyard and said, it's healthier to let the clothes dry by air, have the sun beating on it. They smell so good. And we're saving the family so much money by not running that electric dryer. Again, it was better for the family if she didn't use the dryer or the dishwasher. So on the surface, it sounded like the big concern was over the family, their health, and their finances. But what he was really doing, and obviously he was controlling her time, her labor, her freedom, right down to the simplest parts of her day. And that same pattern happens in so many areas of life. Friendships, I'm not sure those people are really good for you. Career, oh, that job, it's so stressful. It's better you stay at home and not work for right now. Hobbies, well, isn't that just a waste of your time? You could be doing something productive. And even your emotions. You're just too sensitive. I'm just trying to help you. I care about the family, don't you? Over time, these disguised forms of control, they erode something quite critical, your trust in yourself, because you start to second guess all of your choices. You hesitate where once you used to make a decision easily and act freely. And you start believing that maybe you do need permission before you do something, or guidance or advice on something you used to handle with ease. But here's the truth. Real concern supports your freedom. It doesn't take it away. Real concern says, how can I support what you're doing? False concern says, I don't think you should do it. Real concern respects your right to make your own decisions. False concern just chips away at all of that. And Annie's story is just one example. If any part of this sounds familiar to you, I want you to hear this. You were not imagining it. If someone's care left you smaller, left you feeling hesitant, more unsure of yourself, that's not love. That's control. And the voice inside you, the one that still knows what you love, what you need, and where you want to go, that voice is still there. You can trust it again. For those of you who are new to this podcast, I'm Kyle Hackley, attorney and author of Undercurrent. It's the story about Annie, the young woman who broke free from her narcissistic marriage. And I want to make sure you understand that Annie isn't just one person. Annie is anyone, any man, any woman who has ever experienced narcissistic abuse. It's because of Annie and because of you that this podcast exists today. Until next time, I want you to remember that you are stronger than you ever believed. You are a warrior against narcissistic abuse, And I want you to be tenacious and never, ever give up on what's important to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always showing up. I appreciate you. And until next time, please take care of yourself. Thanks so much. Bye.